Hey folks, Brian here. Just wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about things that make no sense after retirement. I'm just going to jump right in. So, number one, chasing the body beautiful. Look, I'm 67 years old. I'm overweight. I know I'm never going to have a six-pack abs. I've never had a six-pack abs, so why start now? Do I want to get healthier? Yes, I do. Do I need to get healthier? According to my doctor, I do. And it wouldn't be a bad thing. Maybe some of the aches and pains I feel constantly will go away. But I know I'm never going to have the beach body that people dream of. So, I don't want to say give up on a dream, but let's be realistic. I'm never going to have a beautiful body. That's the way it is. Number two, buying stuff. We're retired. How much stuff do we need anymore? Clothing. And I've said this before in another video. I'm a simple guy. I wear t-shirts, I wear shorts, I do wear tennis shoes from time to time, but mostly I wear Crocs. That's it. If we're going out somewhere fancy, yeah, I'll put on some dress pants and a button-down shirt, but I don't need a lot of fancy clothes anymore. Give me some bargain bin shorts and some cheap t-shirts from Walmart or the thrift store. I'm good to go. Gadgets. You know, everybody wants their gadgets. But why? I've got a pair of earbuds. They're wired to each other, but they're wireless to your phone. They work fine. You have to recharge them every other day, but you got to recharge everything pretty much every other day. So do I need new earbuds? No. Do I want earbuds? Oh, heck yeah. I'm not getting them because I don't need them. Any kind of gadget, you know. Do I want the fanciest wristwatch? Who wears a watch anymore? I'm talking on my watch. It's on my phone. Step counter. I got a step counter on the phone. Everything I need is going to be in my pocket. I don't need a lot of gadgets anymore. You know, I'm 67. I think I said that already. And I did go out and buy a Nintendo Switch last year. And I play some old-time games on it. Dig Dug, Pac-Man. And I have fun doing it. The grandkids come over and got to play Mario Kart with Papaw. That's fine. But I didn't need it. But I wanted it, and I broke down and bought it. Plus the grandkids come over more often now that we've got something like that. I don't need a new car. I had mechanical problems with my last car. I bought a new to me used car. I bought a 2021 vehicle. I don't need exorbitant car payments at this stage in my life. I'm done with it. Matter of fact, just having this car payment is killing me, so I can't stand it. Number three, living in a big house. How much, just like, you know, the more stuff you have, the more room you need to store it. The last house that my wife and I lived in, we were in Woodstock, Georgia. We had a 2-story, full basement, 2-car garage, had 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, full-size formal dining room, eat-in kitchen, laundry room that could almost be a 4th bedroom. And there was just the 2 of us. We had like 2,200 square feet. And where did we spend our time? 8 hours a day we spent in the sleeping in the bedroom. A couple hours a day cooking in the kitchen. A few minutes eating in the kitchen. The rest of the time we were in the what we turned into the family room, the big TV room down in the basement. We had no need for this. And a huge backyard. We never used it. The dog used it, but that was about it. So, if you're going to downsize, start with your house. Well, don't start with your house. Start with all your stuff and then downsize the house after that. Number 4, Saying yes to every social event that comes along. Here comes another siren. It's busy this evening. Saying yes to every social event that comes along. We're in a 55 plus community. There are events going on at the activity center / clubhouse practically every night of the stinking week. Do you have to go to everything? No. Most times I'd rather just sit at home and watch YouTube videos, watch the television, read a book. There are times when we do go out, yes. We met a couple in here when we moved in. They go out to dinner with friends every Saturday night. Without fail, every Saturday night. And they got us hooked into going every Saturday night. Now, 2 people eating out, you're not getting away for less than $50. I budget $150 a month for my wife and I to eat out. That's basically 3 meals a month eating out. I'd much rather have it 2. Save that $50. If you eat out 4 times a month, every Saturday, you're blowing $200 easy. What a waste. We finally told these folks, listen, we like your company, but we're not going to do this every Saturday night. We can't do it. I don't want to spend that kind of money every Saturday night just because, period. So, back to the budgeting. Everything seems to be falling back to budgeting, and a lot of my issues with being retired go back to budgeting. The last thing I want to talk to you about, and I'm sure this is going to probably upset a few people, and I don't mean for it to do that. If you have to, I fully understand and I respect that. But number 5 is working full time. Listen, I know that retirement is a big adjustment. It was really tough for me to retire. As a matter of fact, I retired and I sat around for 2 weeks and I said, this is ridiculous. I'm going back to work. I'm going to work as many hours as they'll let me work without penalizing my Social Security. So I was working anywhere from 30 to 34 hours a week just because retirement was boring. It was absolutely driving me up the wall. I didn't have to work, knock on wood, luckily, but I was bored. I had to do something, and I hadn't figured out there's all kinds of stuff I could be doing besides working. So I worked just to have something to do. That's the only reason I had a job. The pay was good. It was our play money, and I still work. Currently, I'm working 1 day a week, 4 hours a week, basically. I'm trying to get a job right now where I work 5 days a week, but I only work 2 hours a day. That's 10 hours a week. And that'll be our play money. That's our fun money. That's our go to Busch Gardens money. Let's go to, maybe we go out to eat more often. I don't know. Maybe we'll buy a steak once in a while. That's a rarity anymore. But again, if people have to work to support themselves in retirement, yes, do what you have to do till you can do something better. I understand that. I respect that. If you don't have to work, find something else to do. There's plenty of fun activities out there for a person to get involved in with other people or on your own. It doesn't matter. So basically, that's about all I've got for tonight. I just wanted to get on here real quick and go over a few things that people are still doing that really don't make a whole lot of sense anymore, especially at our age. So until next time, folks, take good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you later.